Okay guys, so I'm starting a new series. The series is a class versus another class. Today, it's going to be Mage versus Warrior. But before we start the video, make sure you guys do subscribe to me and Desired, because Desired has also joined with me on his Warrior today. And I'm trying to reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers this year, and Desired's trying to reach his goal of 1,000 subscribers this year. So make sure you do subscribe to me and Desired so that we can reach that goal. Like the video so it can be seen everywhere, and comment down below which class you are. Without further ado, let's get into Mage versus Warrior.
So the first pro of Warrior is a 33% weapon AoE buff, and you basically get this from reaching max level, I believe, which is at the end of the storyline pretty much. And basically your attacks are just bigger, and this is honestly really helpful for a Warrior player as you have to play really aggressive, and it's hard getting zoned out as a Warrior, so you want to play aggressive, and so that AoE buff is definitely going to help you close the gap between you and a mage or anything else. So yeah, the next pro is low energy skills. This one is more of I guess normal pro, since Warrior isn't the only one with low energy skills, but compared to something like Mage, which can probably spam big AoE explosions and weapon arts, they probably have a toll on their energy. However, with Warrior, it's the energy drain is like almost non-existent, with also the fact that you gain passive energy over time, meaning that you can be really flexible with Warrior and you don't have to worry about low energy at all. The next pro is more flexible gear, and this is another good pro because Warrior benefits from tankiness and damage. The way I built my Warrior was farming Argos. You can also farm Elias if you want to, but I personally farmed Argos, and his gear is really good. With Warrior gear, you either want hard or strong enchant on them. Preferably strong, I feel like. Health is not a problem as damage in. With Warrior, I feel like you should prioritize damage over health. Definitely still go for health. So my favorite part of the pros, which is weapon variety, and this is a huge seller for Warrior. So I would argue that Warrior has more variety than Mage, since you can actually switch your weapons mid-game, and there's actually a lot of good weapons to choose from, such as the Vindicator, the Scimitars of Storm, the Trident, the Razor Claws. There's a lot of weapon variety. Personally, I use the Scimitars of Storm with strong enchant, and Vindicator with bursting for bigger AoE. But yeah, I can switch my gear anytime I want. You have so much variety with the weapons, which suits for nice playstyles. While those were good pros, Warrior does have its cons. So the first one is that you cannot spam. Well, in reality, you can spam, but you wouldn't benefit from spamming like a mage would. It wouldn't make sense for a Warrior to spam because of the fact that you actually have to aim your skills more, as there's not much AoE, and there's really not much zoning skills like other classes. Like with Warrior, they're mostly physical. You have to be next to the enemy. There are gap closers. That's still not enough to spam. You want to use a gap closer to get closer to the enemy to do your combo. Which is why I don't think you should be spamming with Warrior. So that's a big con. Mage can spam, which, I mean, obviously gives more damage. So the next con is no mobility, and what Mix told me is that Warrior cannot jump in the water, which already puts him at a disadvantage, but Mage can, from what I know that Mix told me. So basically, that is honestly really bad for Warrior. You want to avoid water fights if possible. If your enemy runs to the water and they're not a Warrior, good luck. You're better off spawning your boat, or just letting them go. It's not worth it fighting the water as a Warrior, which is really bad for Warrior. The next con is that you can't invest anywhere else other than weapon stat, and the reasoning for this is because you want to bring out the biggest potential that you have So that's investing everything into weapon, because even with 250 weapon, let's say I go over my Scimitars of Storm, right? Even with 250 weapons, it's not. I only have 2 out of 5 skills. That's right, only 2 out of 5 skills, which I'll be talking about in the next point also. But yeah, you really need to put everything into weapon, because there are not a lot of weapon skills right now, so you need to benefit from that as much as possible. Which goes over my next point. The next con is no ultimate art. Not all the weapon skills are added in the game yet. I'm not sure if this was done on purpose, or if they want to flesh out Warrior more. I'm really not sure. But having no weapon, having no ultimate art really sucks, because you want to do as much damage as possible. They just do have ultimate arts. Um, I'm not sure if every element has an ultimate art. For them, I've seen them and they do lots of damage. Yeah, that's crazy. Which also puts you at a disadvantage against other classes, such as Mage. So you want to be careful about that.
So, now we are moving on to the pros and cons of Mage. The first pro is range. Right now, let me actually go on top of this tree. I don't mean to over-exaggerate, but this is just Mage's strong suit. You see Desire down there? I'm gonna just put over a pulsar and a regular blast to him. And the pulsar didn't get to him, but the blast will. You see? And it did like how much damage? That did like
178.
178 from that far. I don't have to be close to him at all, but he has to be near me.
Did you hold it?
I didn't
no?
hold it. I didn't hold it.
Yeah, that did nearly 200, which already rivals my damage from afar, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's not nonsense, but it's your strongest suit. But when you're going against Mage, obviously it's nonsense. Spammability now is the second one. You see my Q is not on any cooldown. I can spam that 1 second later, another one. I can do my pulsar. Oh, sorry, Desire. And in 4 to 5 seconds, I'll have my other pulsar back up again. Now imagine if your acid, fire, lava, rock, procking continuously, because this procs about 3 times before it lands. If you do it on a person, it will proc in the air 3 times before it actually lands. So yeah, spammability is another huge buff of Mage. You can just keep spamming the Qs that do 170 damage, by the way, on somebody
Wanna know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You see this? This has a 10-second cooldown.
10-second cooldown. I can get how much Qs out? That's like I can get like 5 Qs. I can get 5 Qs out, I believe, out of your 10-second cooldown of that ability.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to make sure you use your abilities multiple times over and over and over again if you're at least low health and trying to run away, or if you're trying to start off a fight in the first place. You want to make sure you get as much Qs, E's, basically all your abilities off as much as possible. Third pro of Mage is ultimate art. Now you guys might think, ultimate art, you know, it doesn't do much, but it does. I'm gonna do my ultimate art absolute great sword of darkness, and I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna show you how much damage this does. And by the way, the AoE increases too.
Oh!
So Des was at 1,800. That brought him to 1,300.
That surprised me.
That's like 500 damage done by him just being next to me. And that range is huge. So imagine somebody AFK, you're trying to bounce on them. You do that E and then you follow it up with some pulsars. That person's basically already dead. And Desire has one of the best armors in the game right now, defense-wise and power-wise.
Enchants too.
Enchants as well, and he almost has 2k health. So imagine if you're going against another mage. You just want to make sure you have an ultimate art on one of your abilities and use them. The only downside of this is the cooldown, but the cooldown really doesn't matter when you can spam your other abilities. Fourth pro is that you keep your enemies at bay. That means you basically can zone. You can make them go where you want to go, and you don't have to worry about what's its name, being chased down. especially with what's its name, your ascent move. Depending on who you are, I like doing one type of ascent because I just don't like having to press F so much times. But yeah, that ascent move is key when you're casting abilities. You can literally jump up. Like, let's say Desire tries to do the Mirrored River. I can easily just jump up as he's holding and then do a move in the air. He can't do nothing to me right now. When I jump back down, it's up again. Jump up, jump back down, it's up again. I can jump as much times as I want to dodge his abilities and keep him at bay and basically zone him. You can increase your AoE to make this more better as well, but yeah. Fifth
So
pro.
I'd like to say,
What?
I don't know if this counts as another pro, but adding on, it's hard to see you because magic skills have so much, like, they're big models, like the magic.
Yeah.
Hard to see where they are. And mages cause the most lag in the game, so I don't know if that's a pro, but
Yeah, that definitely is a pro. That's a bonus pro that we didn't put on the pros list, but it can definitely cause lag, especially if you're magma.
I have a strong graphics card and I've almost lagged out on Ultimate Arts.
It's honestly
Magma,
annoying.
bro. Magma. That lag is crazy.
Even acid or wind, just anything that has particles. It's crazy, bro. So, next, I don't know if you guys will call this a pro or not, but runner. I'm just gonna say, guys, honestly, the double dash forward or double dash sideways or wherever you dash, the cost is too little. You can run with this every day, any time of the day, and always get away from the target, especially if you pair it up with your ascent. I think I might make a video on this later on, but I might make a mobility guide to show you guys actually how to get around faster. But the ascent is mainly key, and that's probably another con of that we already mentioned this, but it's a con of warrior. They don't have an ascent move, so they can't even jump out of the water if they wanted to. So yeah, that. And the last pro for mage is a safe playstyle. You, like I said in the beginning, the first pro, you get to literally be across, not across the map, but you get to be so far, away from your enemy and basically hit them, and they might not even know that you hit them. And then, like, I don't mean to like rant on, but like I'm just trying to say that the range is crazy, honestly, with how far.
Also,
Yeah,
it is a easy grinding class.
exactly. Yes, because
Cheese enemies with it.
you can destroy anybody with this, bro. To be honest, a mage build. It's the most OP in the game right now because you don't have to rely on sword ability to take you here, to take you there. You just send your own ability and it does the damage. You can send your own pulsar and it does the damage. Even though Desire did 237 to me right now, I can literally let me spam some moves on you real quick. That 10-second cooldown. I know that the enemy won't be staying still, but look at that. Look at that. I do 4 abilities and I already do 2 times as much damage as he's done to me within those 10 seconds. So yeah, you want to pair up all those pros. But now we're gonna get to the cons of what's its name, Mage. Now, I see what you mean. I forgot to say this in the beginning of the video, but some of these pros and cons might not apply to your build, and that is fine. But these are general pros and cons of any build starting out when you get your awakening. Cons of Mage is low health. You basically, unless you build for it, won't have much health, but if you build for it, you're losing your damage. I myself have not built a whole power build yet, but I probably will build a tank build since I already do 200 damage basically. Second one is no weapon or fighting style. Once you awaken, you basically do not get any fighting style and you cannot use any weapon at all. Let me actually check real quick. Yeah. No, I can't use fighting, I can't use weapons. That's a huge what's its name? Con. And the third one is depends on which magic you go. Bad in close quarters. If you are going against a berserker as a mage, you are done for it if you're in close quarters. They will literally do this to you.
M1, 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 Bashogama, M1, 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 Slam on.
That's literally what they will do to you if you're in close quarters with a what's its name, berserker, warrior, basically anybody that has a fighting style and relies on that fighting style. Could be Juggernaut, could be Knight. The only other person that you probably be able to outfight in a close quarter is a mage or a conjurer or someone of that matter. Depends on the element you're going, by the way. But yeah, me and Desired will now fight to see which one's better. I mean, depends on if you watched one of my guide videos, the Mage guide video. You probably already know who might win. But yeah. You want to fight Des?
Is it just one round?
Yeah, just run around. I just want to show them. Okay, 3, 2,
Yeah.
1, go. Look at that, guys. Look how long I'm in the air for. Yikes, I can't see a thing, bro. I don't know why my oh, it's not F, it's G. That's what I kind of hate about this game sometimes. Oh, I can't change the F and keys. If I was magma though, or acid. That was close.
I see what you mean.
Oh my god, lag.
Yeah, this server's effing lag. Yeah, I think someone's doing King Colors. Okay, Desired won that fight, as you can see.
It was half.
Yeah, he was half. But if I were to have a full power set on, he most likely would have died. Most
It'd go either way, I feel like.
Yeah, it goes either way, depending on your build. But mainly go power because of the hits you'll be able to get on somebody.
As you saw in the fight, though, he was kind of dominating me because he was actually playing smart and trying to stay away from me. But I was, with Warrior, you have to play aggressive. That's the only way you can win. You cannot let them get farm from you. Mix was playing smart. It's just, honestly, I just outstat him. Health-wise, not health-wise, maybe health-wise, but also gear-wise.
But
Our damage is relatively the same, though, I feel like.
That's true, but imagine if Desired was baffled, if I surprise ganked him, per se, with Magma or Acid, you know. I got a couple of hits in, and then, you know, ult tab back, and he sees that his character's half, you know what I mean?
Yes, every 60 seconds is 1 minute in Arcane Odyssey. Every minute, an innocent player is getting gigged by a mage player out of nowhere, and their computer's dying and run out of memory and blue screen of death, man. Every player is getting a blue screen of death. Can we get an F for those innocent players getting ganked by magma, acid, lava, fire players, man? And God put mercy on their computers.
But yeah, make sure to like the video like I said in the beginning, subscribe so that me and Desired can reach our goals, and comment down below which class you are. Make sure to have a nice day, guys, and see you guys within the next video.
I'll teach you, you